All right. You ready?
Am I ready? You're the one on camera. Are you ready?
I guess so. Michael, are you ready? Ready for what? I'm going to go on live. I think you already are, buddy. Oh, I already am? Camera's already rolling. We're already streaming. So how should I start the show today, sweetie?
You can start it with a song.
Should I start the show with a song? Hello, how's it going? What was the Bugs Bunny song?
Overture, cut the light. This is it, the night of nights.
And no more rehearsing and nursing apart.
We know every part by heart. Nah.
We know every part by heart. Overture, cut the lights. This is it. BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, let me try this just once.
Okay.
I'm not making any promises. Okay. And BOOZHOO. With a new name, I'm going to have a totally new tone.
Yeah, get all serious.
BOOZHOO. And welcome to OJIBERISH. The podcast about Ojibwe. Now, that would be a dumb name, actually.
Yeah, just keep BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO.
Okay, welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am NANABOOZHOO. This is Natasha.
BOOZHOO, everybody.
And this is Michael Lyons. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the show. And today, our Ojibwe phrases of the day. Let's go remote to Anamosh.
Yeah, okay.
Today's Ojibwe phrase of the day come to you by Anamosh. Take it away, Anamosh. Thank you, NANABOOZHOO. Hello, everyone. Yes, it's me, Anamosh. Today's Ojibwe phrases of the day, I guess you'd call it, is I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Apropos. Gi zogi pon dibet kong. It snowed last night. Gi zogi pon dibet kong. It snowed last night, and it is still snowing. Zogi pon geabe. It is still snowing, if you can believe that. One time Prince did a song, he said, sometimes it snows in April. Well, hey, Prince, you're from Minnesota. It always snows in April. What are you talking about? Just when you think it's going to be spring, you get all excited, and pretty soon you're like, hey, let's go outside. Let's go outside and play. I want to go for a walk. I want to go to the park. I want to run around. And you wake up and it's winter again. I mean, come on. I don't know. The whole thing's got me left. I'm a little depressed. But I guess maybe that's just because I'm I'm just a dog. Living in a dog house, living in a dog's life. I don't know. Is that what you want, NANABOOZHOO? Yeah, so you're saying the Ojibwe phrase of the day is Giz Ukipun Dibekong? Yeah, do I need to repeat myself, boss? No, I'm sorry. I gotta say, it looks so cozy there that I don't really feel that sorry for you. Yeah, well, I don't know. It is pretty cozy, I guess. All right. Okay, anyway, this is your Ojibwe phrase of the day. Back to you, boss. Back to you, NANABOOZHOO. Yeah. Thank you, Anamosh. What's he complaining about?
I don't know.
The guy lives in a mansion.
I know.
Anyway. What's he doing back there?
Well, no, he's sleeping.
I'm ruining the illusion.
How come it was daytime at Anamosh's house?
Yeah, I didn't notice that until just this moment. Anyway, BOOZHOO. Welcome to the live stream. Let's see who's here. Let's say hello to the BOOZHOO crew, sweetie. They've been waiting all day.
I know, we're so late.
Kaya Thunder comes in first. BOOZHOO, Kaya. Gold star for Kaya Thunder. And A+ for attendance, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jessica Waboos. BOOZHOO, Jessica Waboos. Jesse's here.
Silver star for Jesse.
And then Jim Dunn, that wild Indian. Jim's here, sweetie.
BOOZHOO, Jim. BOOZHOO.
Let's give him the bronze star. And Kaya Thunder says, BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. And OJIBERISH with Natasha. XXX. What kind of podcast do you think we're putting on here? She wants to make it a XX.
Does you want me to take off my top?
Yeah, I guess. No, I think those are kisses.
Oh, okay.
Let's see who else is here. Joseph's back. BOOZHOO, how's the weather up there? That's what everybody had asked me because I'm so tall. Well, the weather's just fine. So is the view. Yeah. It was warm today, and then tomorrow it's gonna freeze up. I think it's gonna be below 0 tomorrow, and a high of like 10 or something. So it should be pretty dangerous on the roads.
Yeah, no kidding.
Be careful, Minnesotans. It's winter again. And the roads are wet and they're going to freeze up. Remember last winter and every winter you've ever had living in Minnesota? Remember how careful you have to be on the roads? I don't know why so many of you just forget that.
I know. Early winter, people are still driving fast until they crash.
Yeah. And then it occurs, oh, that's right. Ice, it doesn't matter if I have 4-wheel drive on ice. That's not what 4-wheel drive's for, you guys. But anyway. So, what should we talk about today, sweetie?
Were you going to talk about turtles?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the truth about turtles. Do you know turtles went extinct about 10, 11 years ago?
What do you mean?
There's no turtles anymore.
What?
Yeah, because of chemtrails or something. Think about it, you guys. When's the last time you saw a turtle? Never. I think they went extinct.
Well, maybe you just don't. Maybe you're not just hanging out in circles of people who have turtles as pets.
That could be the case, I guess. It just occurred to me today when I was thinking about turtles. I haven't seen a turtle since I was a kid.
Yeah.
But when you're a kid, once in a while you'd find a turtle. Hey, look. There's a turtle down here by the lake. I think I'll take him home. And then you find out it's a snapping turtle. So today, I would, on this Abituse, on this Wednesday evening, Abituse is halfway. I'd like to talk about the truth about turtles. Because you see, sweetie, there are 3 types of turtles. Or there's actually 2 types.
Okay.
But there's 3 words for turtles in Ojibwe. Mikanak is a snapping turtle. Those are the dangerous ones, you guys. And by the way, they're not slow.
Really?
Yeah. One time when I was a kid, we found a big old snapping turtle on a road, and my dad gets out of the car and he's got a big old stick and he's just poking at it. And that thing went and bit off this stick, and it was like a pretty big stick. And we went, oh wow, that would take your finger right off. He was fast, man. He was like animal fast. I mean, maybe they walk slow, but they can bite really fast. So be careful around a Mikanak. Some people just think that that's a type of turtle that's just, quick to anger.
You think maybe he's got rage issues?
Yeah. Be like, oh, is this a Miss Squadesi? And he'd be all like, no! I'm a Mikanak. Doggone it, why can't you guys get that straight? Mikanaks are snappy.
Yeah.
But Miss Squadesi. Miss Squadesi. You know what's interesting, too, about turtles?
What's that?
They have 28 sections on their shell.
28? Why is that interesting?
Because like the 28 days of the moon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, each... if you can read a turtle shell, you can use them as calendars.
No no kidding.
Also, our hands have 28 sections.
You mean like on our fingers?
Yeah. So your thumb has 2, and then you have 3 sections on each finger. And you have 4 fingers, so that's 12 plus 2 is 16. And then you got 2 hands, so there's 28. I think we're all designed to like connect our hands with turtles and look up in the sky and all this stuff. Misquadisi is a painted turtle. And then the overarching Mishike. Mishike just means all turtles. They call Turtle Island Mishike Minase.
Mishike Minase.
Mishike Minase. But here's the truth about turtles. The Dabwewin. The truth about turtles are... what's the truth about turtles, sweetie?
Well, they represent the truth in the 7 Anishinaabe values.
Yeah, the 7 Anishinaabe values. You know how like the grandfather teachings have got, you know, respect and courage and humility and whatever. Each of those values has an animal that represents one of our values. And one of those 7 Anishinaabe values is truth. We won't suffer liars, sweetie.
Really?
Yeah. Unless you're talking about treaties and that, then yeah, we'll just go along with whatever the government says. Bunch of rollovers. Yeah, that's right, I said it. Dabwewin is the truth. So what is the truth?
The truth is a turtle.
Thank you. And this has been your Ojibwe word of the day. Should we go any deeper with what is truth?
Well, do you want to talk about postmodernism?
Yeah. Hello, children. Today's letters. Welcome to Sesame Street. Brought to you today by the letter P for post and M for modernism. So, fancy pants, big shot college people when I was in college. They said there was modernism. Oh, you know, in the modern age. Whatever that meant. I'm not sure when it started, but it ended like in the 60s. Then they said, oh yeah, you know, well, in postmodernism, there's no more truth. Look at this, abstract art. Isn't that beautiful? This... Okay, I'm going to do it, sweetie.
You're going to pull up some abstract art?
Yep, that's what I'm thinking about it. Because I never show this guy's garbage. And I should, because he made $1 million and became more famous than Michael Lyons for his artwork. Here we go. So postmodernism says there's no truth. And look, Jackson Pollock. Look at this crazy painting, man. It's so beautiful. Just beautiful. That guy was a genius.
Is that really a painting?
Yeah, this is totally a Jackson Pollock painting. Those are drips of paint on canvas that he conned a career out of. So, Jackson Pollock, like, I don't even care to show it, like, the whole thing or anything. So in the maybe it was way earlier, maybe it was the 50s. I don't know when Jackson Pollock lived. There were still cars because he died in a car accident. So like in the 50s or 60s or whenever. They said, you know what? You don't even have to be a good drawer anymore to be an artist. It doesn't matter if you have natural skill or earned, actually more. That's the problem with artists.
What's that?
Or with at least what people think of artists. They think, oh, you know what? You were born with this skill to draw. It must be so great that you have this skill. And nobody says that to like a baseball player. You think, oh, hey, man, you can really throw that ball far. You must have really worked at it, developed a skill of throwing the ball. Well, for an artist, it's the same thing. If you can draw, it's because you spent a lot of hours working on it. It's a skill. You got to practice. But they came out with the feel good, you know, it had to be the baby boomers. They said, you know what? Anything you do in kindergarten is brilliant and you're a good artist and we'll hang it on the fridge. But also, there is no absolute truth. Nobody can say which art is better than other art. You think Michelangelo is better than my little Jimmy here, who did his finger paints at kindergarten? Well, that's because you're a racist.
Why would that be racist?
I don't know. 'Cause everything's racist. If they don't like you. Yeah, you're racist. How come you think my kid's art is crap? Anyway, so truth is a thing. Oh, but postmodernism says, well, there is no truth. Everything is beauty in the eye of the beholder. And they put a spell on the world. They said, hey, if you can't, some people look at this and go, oh, that's great art. Jackson Pollock. Let's hang it up in the museums. Let's give him a whole story in Life magazine. Let's immortalize him. Let's make him a millionaire. Give him some chicks. And, art. But I'm here today, sweetie, as a deep thinking philosopher, as the angry little poet that I am.
Yeah.
I think there is truth. And one of the truths is that people can't see it because they've been deceived. They've been lied to. And maybe that's obvious, but let me tell you. For so long, it only took a few generations before people stopped trusting their gut, trusting their own eyes. They told you that, if you didn't like art like this, you were unsophisticated. They told you if you didn't like Shakespeare, you were dumb. They would celebrate certain stuff and then make it like, well, once you're educated, then you will learn to appreciate these things, the higher mind, When all along, your gut reaction is all that matters. No, it's not all that matters at all. But everybody has like senses, and we can see beauty, and there's agreed upon universal beauty and ugliness, right and wrong. So, Jackson Pollock versus, where's my favorite little... I'm not going to show the beautiful what's his name? Not Hemingway. Who's that guy who was the Fuhrer?
Adolf Hitler?
Yeah. I'm not going to show the Adolf Hitler painting yet. I want to show this thing. Michelangelo. A little clip from some painting somewhere that I don't know about. And it is universally brilliant. Let me put it in front of me. Let me just check this out, sweetie.
I know, it's amazing. Everything about it, like the skill it took to do it, but also like her expressions, really. You want to look in there and you want to think about it.
Yeah, it elicits a response. And that's like everything Michelangelo did kind of makes you go, oh, what? And for a second, you just sort of connect But that's truth, There is, some things are more beautiful than other things, and some things are uglier. And objectively in reality. Nobody can say, unless they're brainwashed, this is not as beautiful as Jackson Pollock. All right. Mostly people just get turned off to the whole. They didn't want to think about it at all. That's why nobody cares about art anymore. They've been shamed out of having their own opinions. It's just like poetry.
What do you mean?
I studied poetry. I majored in English. I've read hundreds of poems. I heard this guy say, I think it was in a Russell Brand biography. This kid's talking, he asked this guy, he goes, "Are you a poet?" And he goes, "Oh yes, I'm a poet. I've written over 200 poems." And Russell Brand said, which sounded like the least poetic thing I could ever think of. But, poetry. Most of it's garbage. Most of it's boring. Everybody in a coffee house listening to poets read their poetry are secretly inside thinking about anything else than what you're saying. Contrary to the guy who's singing a country song in some drunken bar, that guy's hanging on every word of the lyrics to, because you're mine, I'll walk the line. There's a truth that certain lyrics and poetry in songs, and, could be in poetry, but not really. Usually it's the song lyrics that are really good.
You're pretty lowbrowed.
I am. Maybe that's what I'm saying. Truth. So, the boy win. I don't know. That's not very funny, is it?
Nah.
I hope I don't look like some kind of douche who's trying to look smart.
You kind of are.
I know. How you guys doing? Anyway. So there's the truth about turtles. This is what I get for naming the shows before we get on here.
I know. It makes you think you gotta talk about the thing.
I know. I don't really feel like talking about turtles. But I had to title it something. You know what I'm going to change it to?
What?
Our worst podcast.
It's not that bad.
It's boring. I'm sorry, you guys. Boring. What should I talk about? It's not so boring.
Why don't you see who's here?
Dr. Evils is here.
BOOZHOO, Dr. Evils.
Hey, BOOZHOO. Rachel Lucas is here. Vask Tech. I don't know what that means. So my book says Ashley King. BOOZHOO Ashley King. And I should not read these backwards, huh? The background looks like a German flag scramble. Oh, you mean the background of what's his name?
Jackson Pollock.
Yeah. I know. It's ridiculous. But at least it's not offensive. Then the 90s brought in, who was that guy who did all just the gross photographs? I also hate photography.
You hate all photography?
Well, most of the time when I see a professional photographer do an art photo thing, it's usually kind of gross. Like too much nudity, pushing the bounds of taste. What was that guy's name? He was a real pervert and did all that gross stuff.
Yeah, I remember who you're talking about.
What it did to me, finally, in the end?
What?
I'm no longer supporting the arts.
What do you mean?
Like tax dollars and stuff. I say if you can't make or I say, it's not my problem to help support poets and photographers and fine artists. Oh, I'm going to write a grant. We need more Native American painters. I mean, paint if you want to paint. If it's good, here's the truth. If it's good, people will pay you for it. You can't pass laws and tax people and, I'm going to do a community art project. Oh, here's my other thing.
Are you just going to list things you hate?
Yeah. Today's show, I should have called Things I Hate. Modern art, Jackson Pollock. Murals.
You hate murals?
Yep.
How could you hate murals?
I've never seen one I didn't hate. Everybody like oohs and ahs over murals. It doesn't matter what it's of, where it is. And they're always funded by some sort of Region 2 Arts Council funding. Here you go. Here's $3,000. Why don't you paint a picture of, the history of Minnesota? Look at that. We got some farmers and some Indians and canoes and some deer. And there's a train. A mural. It's an enormous picture. Remember that time when those people from, what was it, Wadena? Yeah. They wanted you to paint a mural in our town. Yeah, I went down there and the guy was going to hire me to paint a mural, but he wanted like Paul Bunyan and stuff. Oh yeah, he's going to tell you what to paint. Yeah, and it was all like tourist attraction stuff. That's the other thing why all murals suck. Because it's never just a spontaneous thing an artist wanted to express. Something about their life, something they cared a lot about. It's always just, unless it's the Armageddon apocalyptic thing in the Denver airport.
I know, that thing's terrifying.
Check out the gas masks and end of the world murals in the Denver airport. I think it's terrifying. And they got that satanic blue horse statue outside. Man. I'm never going back to Denver, forget it. I was thinking about taking a trip to Colorado.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, I'm not going to want to drive there. I'll just fly in a plane. And I remembered Denver Airport. It's like, I think that's the hub of the underground Illuminati pits of who knows what's going on in Denver. I don't want anything to do with it.
I know, I'm terrified of every place.
Yeah. I'm afraid to go down to shop at, what's that place?
The grocery store?
I know it's a grocery store, but Village Foods or whatever.
Yeah, why?
Too close to Ridgeway.
I know.
Ridgeway Apartments. Hey, shout out to my homies in Ridgeway. Would you guys put down the guns for a night? How many crimes can be localized in one apartment complex? You guys don't know how to behave. Oh, it's not everybody. Well, it's enough of yous. Ridgeway is the only bad part of town.
I know.
I'm sure I'm going to get some hate from people living in Ridgeway right now. So, come on, I couldn't help it. It's cheap rent. Well, get a second job and move out of there. Well, yeah, you got kids. You're raising your kids in Ridgeway apartment. Well done, dude.
There's no dudes with kids in there.
Yeah, I know. It's all single moms. Hey. The truth is for everyone. Is fun for everyone, says Heavy Flow. Heavy Flow. I wonder why she called herself that.
How do you know it's a woman?
I don't want to get gross. Uh-oh. It's Shady Side, but she's spelling it all weird again. She ate ice cube biblical. Ugh. Shady Side Ice Cubicle. That sounds like what was that beer that would have like twice the alcohol in it?
Oh yeah, it was called like Michelob Ice or something.
Shady Side Ice is like Michelob Ice. Is twice as intoxicating. Nah. Grassroots Indians is back. Where have you been, DG? We missed you. I assume Grassroots Indians is a dude. You can't handle the truth, Heavy Flow. You want the truth, Heavy Flow? You can't handle the truth. That's what Jack Nicholson said to Tom Hanks. Totally convincing. Those guys aren't too famous for movies anymore.
That's an old movie.
Yeah, I know it is now. But even then, it's like, oh, here's a movie about Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson. Let's try to suspend our disbelief. Watch these two movie stars pretend movies. Okay, so here's my list of things I hate. Abstract art, poetry readings, Jackson Pollock, movie stars now, famous people who are in movies. I think that's it.
What about the Jews?
Sweetie, I've got nothing against Jews.
I know, I'm just kidding.
But that was my list. Today's list of things I hate. I don't even hate, like, I don't know. I can't think of anybody that you would think I hate.
Joe Biden?
I don't hate Joe Biden. It's not. He doesn't know what's going on. The guy is pooping himself.
Yeah. Hey, sweetie, you want to take a call?
Yeah, sure. I'll take a call. Caller, you're on the air. Welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. Hey, yo, NANABOOZHOO. Hey, Sylvester Stallone. Sweetie, it's Sylvester Stallone.
Well, hi, Sly.
Hey, Natasha, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
You know, I can't complain. You know, there was a time I had to go toe-to-toe with Apollo Creed. And that, you know, that was hot. That was tough.
Yeah, huh?
Hey, say, NANABOOZHOO. Yes, sir? You know what? You mentioned earlier that you think that turtles are extinct. Yeah, no. I just realized I hadn't seen any. Well, I'm here to tell you, I got 2 turtles right here in my room.
Oh, that's right. Those turtles are still alive?
Yeah, Cuff and Link. I got them on the first movie set of Rocky. That was back in the 70s, man. Those things are still alive.
Wow. Yeah, that's right. Turtles live forever, don't they?
Yeah, they sure do. And you know, they're good company. You should get some turtles. They can be your pets.
I don't know. I think I'd feel kind of guilty after a while. I mean, don't you have to just keep them in an aquarium or something?
Yeah, you know, but they got a little bit of water there. I feed them once a day, and then they can just sit in that glass box for their whole lives.
Yeah. I kind of want to set them free.
Those things would never live in the wild.
How do you know?
Well, I don't know, but I would miss them a whole lot.
Yeah, I suppose. Cuff and Link.
So what else is going on? Yeah, I was wondering if I could learn the Ojibwe word of the day.
Yeah, sure. So you got those turtles, right?
Yeah, you better believe it. Absolutely.
Yeah. In turtle, we say mashike. Mashike.
Mashike. Mashike is a little turtle. Yeah, absolutely.
And then we were talking about the truth. Dabwewin.
The truth is Dabwewin. You know, NANABOOZHOO.
Yeah?
I got a little bit of truth I could lay on you. I'm going to tell you something you already know.
Here we go.
Life ain't all sunshine and roses. Yeah. I don't care how tough you are. Me, you, nobody's going to hit harder than life.
Yeah.
And, you know, it'll knock you down on your knees and keep you there if you let it.
That's what I hear.
And so, you know, it's not about how hard you can hit. It's about whether or not you can take the hits and keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta take the hits and keep moving forward, NANABOOZHOO.
Yeah, I hear that.
You know why?
Why?
'Cause that's how winning's done.
Okay. That's how winning's done, sweetie. That's what I hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So Mashike, buddy. And then we've also got the Mikanak is a snapping turtle.
Mikanak, snapping turtle.
And Misquadesi.
Misquadesi is a painted turtle.
That's right, buddy.
Oh, all right, absolutely.
So, how's everything else in your life?
Oh, you know, not too bad. Just went out for a run with my dog, Buttkiss.
Yeah, what kind of name is Buttkiss?
Well, you know, I had to kiss a lot of butts to get my movie made.
Okay. Listen, man, I better let you go.
All right, I'm going to let you go. Hey, Natasha.
Yeah?
Gigawabamin, Minawa.
Oh, that's great. Giga Gigawaba min minawa, Sly.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, Gigawaba min minawa, Sylvester. Gigawaba min minawa, Nanaboozhoo. What if we call the show Gigawaba min minawa, Nanaboozhoo?
That's too long.
Yeah. Sylvester Stallone.
I love it when he calls in.
Yeah, he's all right, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, you want to get up here and say hi?
Sure.
I got nothing funny to talk about. Maybe I have the blues.
Are you depressed?
You know, anywhere I've been and gone, the blues, they run the game.
Really?
Yep. Here's a song by Michael Lyons.
Oh, you're going to play the song?
Yeah. This is called Blues Run the Game. Up next, the lovely and the talented Natasha.
Nah.
All right. Miigwech Bizendawieg.
Take a boat to England, baby, maybe to Spain. Wherever I have gone, anywhere I've been and gone, anywhere I have gone, the blues are all the same. Send out for whiskey, baby, send out for gin. Me and room service, honey, me and room service, babe, me and room service. Well, we're living a life of sin. When I'm not drinking, baby, you're on my mind. When I'm not sleeping, honey, when I ain't sleeping, mama, when I ain't sleeping, well, you know, you'll find me crying. Living is a gamble, baby, loving's much the same. Wherever I have played, anywhere I've rolled them dice, anywhere I have played, the blues are all the same.
Michael, that's so beautiful. Hey, thanks, Natasha.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Lyons on the guitar and singing a beautiful song. The blues run the game. The blues run the game in your life. Sweetie, do you get the blues?
Oh, occasionally, but, you know, it's been a pretty good year. No, that's not true. I get the blues, but they only last for like 5 minutes these days.
Oh, really?
Yeah, lately, it's probably the winter, but like early in the morning before the show sometimes, I'll get kind of emotional over watching a video or hearing a song or something.
Yeah, I noticed that the other day. What was that one song made y'all tear up?
It was Cat Stevens.
Yeah, Cat Stevens. Where are the children play? How's it start?
I don't know. We talked about it though, but yeah, I heard it and I hadn't heard it in a long time, and it made me tear up.
I know. What is that? How you doing, guys? Anybody out there struggle with the winter blues? When I was a little girl, I used to get the winter blues really bad a lot. Later on, they would call it, oh, that's seasonal affect disorder. Seasonal affect disorder. No, sad. Oh, I'm sad. I'm seasonally affected. It's so bad, it's a disorder now. But, yeah, it's not easy. Because not only, like people want to say, well, it's because, you have less vitamin D. You're not out in the sunshine. It's like, well, who's in the sunshine even in the summer? Everyone's working in cubicles indoors for most of the day. But there's sometimes, this time of year in particular, it's not like it's a depressing time, but it's a time that's filled with memories. And sometimes it doesn't take long to connect an old Christmas memory to somebody who's no longer with us. This is a time of tradition. And for a lot of people, when you compare what's going on in your life today as opposed to 25, 30 years ago, if you're old, like me, you can compare and go, wow, all those old traditions, we don't do them anymore. We're not around each other anymore. That's the problem. Your brothers and your sisters and your cousins, everyone grows up and gets married and moves away. Your grandparents die off. Your parents divorce. And you go, oh, what happened to our Christmas traditions? I thought we would do this every year on the day, for the rest of my life. You never know when it's going to be the last time. I've said this before. It's kind of, what's the word? I mean, it's not dark. It's not like evil, but it's sort of depressing. What's that? Everybody picks up their baby for the last time. And they never know when it's going to happen. And if you did, you'd be sad on that moment. If you could look back and go, that was the last time I ever held my baby in my arms. You can remember the first time, but nobody remembers the last time. It's very unceremonial. You usually pick up your kid and then your back goes out and you go, ah! You can walk to the car, for crying out loud. You're going to break my back. And don't be stepping on that crack. You break your mother's back. But, there always comes a moment. It was the last time. But then you think, actually, everything has the potential for being the last time. Whenever somebody dies, like, when was the last time I saw him? I remember when I went to Flandreau Indian boarding school with my grandmother. I didn't go to boarding school with my grandmother. Let me say that better. My grandmother went to boarding school. And then one time, she and I went to a school reunion. And she was the second oldest woman there. At like 85, I think she was at the time. 83, maybe. There was one other lady there who was like 86 or 7. Another lady who was like 80 or something. But these ladies got together. They were chatting up a storm. And when they said goodbye, they had tears in their eyes. And they were all like super religious, talking, well, next time we meet, we'll be in heaven. Oh, what a blessed day that will be, Because they knew for a fact they would never see each other again. That was it. They saw each other at the all-school reunion. Say goodbye. They're not going to make another trip within the next 7 months of their lives to see each other again. So when they said goodbye, they made it count. Oh, but we have no word for goodbye. Well, we've got plenty of ways of saying goodbye. Whether it's a hug, whether it's holding hands and crying, But other than that, most of the time we walk through never knowing it's going to be the last time. Oh, that was the last time I ever saw them. This was the last time, It's like every time you got fired, Michael. Yeah. You never knew that morning was going to be the last time you were going to walk into that building until, you come back to visit. Yeah. When will be the last, when will be the last time we do the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast?
I don't know, but there was a first time, and there'll probably be a last time.
Yeah, huh? This could be it. We don't know.
You never know for sure.
This could be the last time. This could be the last time. Yeah, anyway. This is the last time. When people quit addictions, they always remember the last time. When was the last time you had a drink? Oh, well, it was August 4th, 1995. 7:30 p.m. I had a rum and coke. No. When did you have your last cigarette? Well, I still remember the day. I was like, when's the last time you kissed your wife? I don't know. Yep, okay. La-dee-dee-dee-dum-dum. So we were pretty productive today.
Yeah, no kidding. What did we get done?
We did the dishes. We went shopping and bought everything we needed. And then we did all the laundry. And then we even put the laundry away. Laundry's a big deal in this house. We don't have like a washer and dryer. We gotta go to the laundromat. So here's a story. This is just weird. I wonder if she'll we're not that popular. Went to the laundromat and I met two young ladies. They didn't know each other at all. And one lady, she was walking around kind of dazed. And she goes to me and the other lady, she goes, "Are you guys feds?" And the other lady just very rudely started laughing in her face, going, "What? If we were, you shouldn't ask. That's too funny." Just really kind of too much. And I looked at her with it, no, I'm not a federal agent. You'd be surprised how many times people ask me, well, thank you. I guess my mother was a federal agent, so no. But I said, no, I'm not a federal agent. Well, later on, I talked to both of them at different times. I forget which one I talked to first, but the one goes, "Oh yeah, I used to be a stripper in Las Vegas." I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah, well, that was a long time ago. I kind of aged out." I go, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Well, I'm old now, You don't make many tips on C-section night. Once you have stretch marks and that, you can't be a stripper." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Kind of a strange way of introducing yourself to me, but okay. Didn't want to say anything. Like, what do you say?
I think you're just supposed to like fold a dollar bill in long ways.
No. I was, "Oh, good for you. Oh, I'm sorry to hear your career in dancing is over. Have you thought about joining the ballet?" And then, she also talked about being super high. I was like, okay. That's what you do. You get nice and baked before you come to the laundromat. And then both of these chicks, they only had one load of laundry each. I'm like, who only does? Do you guys actually wash your clothes every week at a laundromat? Because we just go through every bit of clothing until we're all out of underwear. Whatever thing we run out of first. I mean, we could go like all month without going to the laundromat. Easy. Probably long. It's probably been 2 months, really.
Yeah.
But, so these ladies, they show up with their just one little hamper of dirty clothes. And then the other one, she started up kind of another conversation. I was like, I mentioned how the other lady was the first one. She goes, "What was that with that lady?" I went, "I don't know. She was high. She told me she was a stripper in Las Vegas." And the first lady goes, or the second lady goes, "Oh, that's cool." I go, "You think that's cool?" And she goes, "Yeah. I used to strip in Duluth." It's like, what's going on? Why are all the strippers doing the laundry. Maybe they didn't have much laundry because it was just like a G-strings.
Yeah. I mean, if they're strippers, they probably don't wear that much clothing.
I didn't think of that. No wonder they didn't have that much laundry. They're strippers, of course. You don't wash high heels. But, and then she admitted to being an IV drug user who's doing meth. And I'm, well, I gotta quit going to the cheap laundromat.
Yeah, no kidding.
I was going to the expensive place on the other side of town by McDonald's.
Yeah.
But then I was like, everything's more expensive here, even though it's nicer. So I went downtown and I was like, oh, gross. It's all the dregs of society hang out here. And like sometimes this homeless people just sit in the laundromat, get out of the cold. I'm like, do you mind? I'm trying to do my laundry. But popular place for ex-strippers, for retired strippers.
Yeah.
Would you ever go out with a stripper?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because I got you, baby.
Oh, yeah. But if I wasn't here, would you?
Probably not.
Why?
You gotta assume certain stuff about a stripper's childhood.
Yeah. Would you be jealous that other guys are looking at her?
I wouldn't be jealous so much as kind of disgusted.
Yeah. Whatever. La 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 la. What's the official stance on strip clubs to feminists?
Why asking me? You're the one wearing the pink hat.
Yeah, no kidding. Is it empowering to be a stripper, you think?
I think Madonna would say it was.
Yeah. But then isn't it objectifying of women?
Yeah, I think there'd be some other feminists who would say that.
You can't please everybody all the time, I guess. Yeah. Oh, God. It just seems like kind of an antiquated form of entertainment, doesn't it?
Yeah, it seems like something that is like pre-internet.
Right. Why would anybody go to a strip club when they have the internet? Oh, I want to go sit in a dark room with a bunch of guys oogling at naked women for some reason. Throwing them money. Hey, here's $1. What are we talking about? Strippers. How did I get on this subject? I gotta get out. This is so weird. This is what we get for doing an evening show.
I know.
I'm sorry, you guys. We usually do a morning podcast for anybody new to the show. But, you know, I was off downtown talking to strippers. And so we thought, well, tonight we'll do an evening show. It'd be cozy. We could talk about Ojibwe language and culture. Maybe NANABOOZHOO could tell a story, a Christmas story or something. But instead, it just evolved into, I don't know. I have a good friend that lives in Pella, Iowa. Quit bragging, Jim. Jim's bragging about his good friends.
Yeah, he's so popular.
It must be nice. I just love those people are always jealous of people. Oh, it must be nice. I don't even know anybody in Iowa. I've only been in Iowa once in my life.
Is that right?
Yeah. Is Iowa the one that's just south of Minnesota?
Yeah, I think so.
I used to meet people from Iowa who were tourists when I was a little girl. But, yeah, I drove through it once. But otherwise, I got very little. Wait, where's Chicago?
That's Illinois.
Yeah. No, I don't know anything about Iowa.
Do you want to take a call?
I could.
Line 2.
All right. Let's see if we can salvage this podcast. Caller, welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. You're on the air.
Hello, love.
Well, hi, David Bowie. What are you doing here?
I just wanted to call in and tell you how much I love your show.
You love our show?
I do. I'm learning Ojibwe every day.
Well, sweetie, David Bowie's been watching our show every day.
I thought he was dead.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I know.
So, what's up, faker?
Well, I I've been living in seclusion. Once I faked my death, I moved to a secret location. I don't even want to tell you. Oh, dear me. But I assumed another identity, and I grew a beard.
No kidding. So you grew a beard. Does anyone know that you're David Bowie?
No, they can't tell, because I grew a beard.
Yeah. Well, isn't that interesting? So, do you want to learn an Ojibwe word?
Yes, dear. I was wondering if I could learn the word for Wednesday, as it were.
Wednesday, sure. Wednesday is Abituse. It means halfway.
Abituse, halfway, or Wednesday. Oh, that's very interesting. Very interesting indeed.
Yep. Abituse. We called it that. I think my feeling is that all these days of the week were sort of established during the boarding schools. It was like halfway through the school week, so they called Wednesdays halfway.
Abituse. Well, that's just lovely.
Yeah. So I think we're just about out of time, David. Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, you've been very helpful. Thank you very much indeed.
All right. Hey, do you want to learn how to say, I will see you again in Ojibwe?
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Gigawaba min minawa.
Giga waba min, minawa. I will see you again.
Yep, just like that.
Nanaboozhoo, giga waba min, minawa. Yeah, you too, David Bowie.
All right, see you, David. Well, he certainly is suave
Yeah, he is.
for being a liar.
Yeah, I'm still a little mad about that.
I know, it's not cool to fake your death. Because we were really sad for a few days.
Yeah, remember that?
I totally do. I was embarrassed with myself because, like, I'm all grown up and I should have been too cool to cry over a celebrity death. I mean, come on. But I read the news today. Oh, boy. First thing I did was I just scrolled over and put up Young Americans and had a good cry listening to David Bowie. And I thought about, oh, man, my whole life. That was the go-to music for when I would want to draw or feel like an artist or something. And then Labyrinth, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of reflected when, wow, we wouldn't even have a show if there wasn't Labyrinth. And Michael had never gone to that movie and wasn't a Bowie fan. Would we have ended up here? You know?
It's hard to say.
La do do do. Anyway, you want to add anything?
Nah, should we bail?
Yeah, let's just bail.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. If you'd like to support the show, we've got links in the description on Patreon. I don't know why they'd want to tonight,
Yeah.
but if you're not too bored, and you can also support us on PayPal and on GoFundMe, or you can order Ojibwe language books on Amazon.com that were written and illustrated by the rock star cartoonist Michael Lyons.
Yep.
Books like Onyx Blood. And, oh, that's kind of cool. This is some of your sketchbook. Is there music for this?
Yeah.
What's it under?
Probably under... I don't know, which one is that?
It's not Amish. Oh, it's this one. Anyway, like Onyx Blood and a little cutie, a teddy bear's vision quest. Okay, yeah, let's get out. Unless you have something you want to add.
No, I'll just tell him I said thanks.
Okay. Hey, everybody, Miigwech Bizendawieg. Thank you for listening. And Miigwech Gunawabieg. From Michael Lyons to Nanaboozhoo and myself. Thank you for watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. This is Nanaboozhoo.
Okay, miigwech.
This is Michael Lyons.
Thanks so much, you guys. We'll see you in the morning.
And I will see you again. Giga of a min. Minowa. Oh. Sweetie,
1 to teleport.
make it so. Number 1.